Did they have to cover up your tattoos?
Haha, it's a good question.
Yeah, we haven't gotten that one yet. Bono.
Ah, there you are.
Hi,
What's
guys.
up?
Hey.
Oh, it's great meeting you.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you so much for having me. I wanted to know what was it like returning to the set after a while.
It was amazing, super surreal and emotional. You know, we hadn't all been in a room together as a cast since the show ended 6 years prior. So that first day on set, being all together was very special and cool.
Yeah, it was amazing. You know, we never thought we'd be able to come back. You know, when you do something for so long as a kid and it means so much to you, you kind of have to close that chapter of your life, you know, and move on to different things. And so we both got to kind of develop as and grow up as early 20-year-olds, and now we're back, and it's wild, and it feels so good that fans love the show so much that the story needed to be told.
What's your favorite memory from the show and from doing the movie?
The show, I mean, during the times of the show, I mean, traveling really sticks out. We got to go to so many places and visit fans across the world. You know, when you're doing something that feels so good and fun, you're so hyper focused on it that you kind of forget it really does have a big impact throughout the globe. And, you know, getting to see that firsthand kind of sticks out to me.
I loved the live audiences where we got to see the fans in real life laughing. And I also loved the episodes where our characters' friends were around, because those were our real friends. And so whenever like Max's band was on set, or if we were in the high school with Principal Bradford, or like if Cherry was around, it was just going to be a better week. In terms of the movie, my favorite memory is probably the scene where we're outside at night fighting Blue Flame, because that was a night shoot out on the Paramount backlot, and it was our last night of filming. We filmed it all night, and we were all super delirious, and it was really funny and emotional and cool.
Jack, I have a weird question for you. I know you're all tatted up. Did they have to cover up your tattoos?
Haha, it's a good question.
Yeah, we haven't gotten that one yet. We mostly wore clothes that covered it. I think it was
It's just a hand, right?
Yeah, I have one on my hand that I had to cover every day. But it's super light and dainty, so that one was an everyday thing. But I think there was one or two scenes that I wore short sleeves and had to cover them up. You know, it's kind of a sacrifice that I make. You know, it's a little bit of who I am. You know, I like to keep things for myself, and you know, I'm not just an actor. I'm a human, and I love art and I love tattoos. That tattoos are memories in a really cool way. You know, it's so painful. You remember everything around that time that it happened, and it's just like a little memory log.
Makeup artists are amazing.
Yeah,
It's crazy that they're able to just completely cover it like it was never even there.
I've actually pumped the brakes on it, you know, quite a bit over the years, and I'm in a break right now. I'm pretty tatted up. I have like 20 or so.
You're gonna leave some real estate for the future.
Yeah, and so I kind of pump the brakes every now and then, but I'm itching again to get some more work done. Yeah.
About the movie, I felt like the plot was, the stages felt higher.
Yeah.
And for you, did it feel different than shooting an episode?
Definitely, yeah. It's a much bigger production, just in terms of how many actors were in it, because we had the whole main cast and all of the guest stars, a lot of background actors for some of the bigger scenes, a big crew, 2 big sound stages. It just all felt bigger. But it also felt like home. At the end of the day, like, it's bigger, but it still feels like the Thundermans. We really wanted to make sure that it felt like the original TV show, and that it like honored what we did on the original series.
Yeah, it definitely felt different. It felt evolved. It felt new, but the tone was also similar of the original series. You know, Kira and I got to come back as executive producers, which was really different for us, and getting to be involved in the decisions and getting to be in Video Village on set and hear what they were talking about, what was working, what was not working. You know, we really wanted to be involved in that kind of stuff when we were shooting the show, but you know, they really wouldn't let us, which is for good reason. You know, they want us to focus on, you know, leading the show and stuff like that. So getting to come back and do that was a huge thing. It was a respect thing too, that they wanted us to feel comfortable, you know, opening this book again and touching something that meant so much to us. You know, we really wanted to make it special for the fans.
Speaking about production and decisions, something I particularly loved about the final battle was Panic at the Disco. I love that band.
Yeah.
And I was wondering, what other song would you guys choose for that final battle scene?
I actually had a song of my own that they were down to put in the movie, and we got really close to it being in there.
Yeah.
And then we had a legal issue that we couldn't clear something at the very last minute, and it couldn't go through. I was gonna like put the song out this week in conjunction with it. And it was so close to being so cool, and just like some legal issues came through at the end, and we weren't able to pull it off. But it's honestly, I think it's for the better, because I love that music in that scene. We went back and forth in the edit several times on where to have that come in during the fight scene to like be the most impactful, and I'm glad we were able to clear that to use it in the movie, because I didn't think it was gonna happen. I was like, there's no way that Brendan Urie is gonna like let us have this song in the movie, so it turned out really cool.
Do you guys keep anything from set?
Yeah.
I have my hamburger pillow that was in the lair for all those years. That's on my couch in my room right now. I have some clothes, some boots, some things like that, but the hamburger pillow has been my staple. Yeah.
I took some like clothes and jewelry home, but the main thing at the end of the original series was something that wasn't actually on the set. It was up in our dressing rooms. Somebody had made a triptych, like a poster, a frame with 3 pictures in it of us winning the Kids' Choice Award in 2016, and I have that on my wall in my apartment.
Love it. Finally, guys, can you tell me something nobody knows about the Thundermans?
Nobody knows? We've done a lot of interviews in the last 11 years. That's a tall order. I mean, there are some things that nobody knows that we can never tell anybody.
Well, what can we say?
Yeah, if we haven't said it so far, there's probably a reason.
We gotta find something.
I mean, I don't know if I can come up with something that's never been said, but an interesting one, if fans don't know, is that the original series looked a little different. There was a different pilot that never aired that had a different brother character. There was a much older brother who wanted to be evil, and Phoebe had a lot more powers, but also like didn't want to be a superhero. And they came up with the idea to change it and to make it twins instead of the much older brother. And so they held auditions for a character whose name was Jack. It was going to be Jack and Phoebe. And then Jack auditioned for Jack, and he booked it. I know, and they changed his name to Max because they thought it would be weird if one of us had our own name and not the other. But yeah, it was originally someone else.
Guys, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Bono.
Hey, Fern, isn't that what it's all about?
All right, Maxinators, that's today's live stream. Sorry there was so much Phoebe. Thought it was done. Watch when I come with that power instead.